Ghanshyam runs away. Dharmadev had a farm at the village of Targam, which he was running in partnership with another man. It was just before the rainy season, and all the seeds had to be sown. So Dharmadev, with Bhakti Devi and their two sons, Ram Pratap and Ghanshyam, had gone to Targam to work on the farm. There was a lot of land and many seeds to be sown. So the family hired some people from the village to help out. There was corn and cucumbers to be sown, and while Ram Pratap and a group of the workers began sowing the seeds in one end of the farm, Ghanshyam began to sow with another group at the other end. Now, Ghanshyam loved to eat corn and cucumbers when they were ripe, but he never liked to do farm work. His heart was not in the work, and so, as he squatted with the workers in the field, instead of sowing the seeds properly, he just scattered them aimlessly here and there and kept disturbing the workers. The workers became angry with Ghanshyam and called for Ram Pratap. Seeing the mess Ghanshyam was making, Ram Pratap became angry. He raised his hand to slap Ghanshyam, but Ghanshyam suddenly assumed the form of God. Glowing brightly, he spread his 4 arms wide. Ram Pratap was shocked, and lowering his hand, he begged forgiveness. Ghanshyam resumed his boy form, and sulking went off home. That night, Ghanshyam couldn't sleep. He was angry and upset that his brother had tried to hit him. Then, the very next morning, he rose early and quietly left the house while everyone was still sleeping. When the family awoke, they were surprised to see that Ghanshyam was not in his bed. They called his name, but there was no answer. Worried, they began to search around the house and the farm. But Ghanshyam was nowhere to be found. Thinking that he might have gone back to Chapaya, Ram Pratap went there to look for him. But no one from Chapaya had seen the boy, and Ram Pratap returned to Targam without him. Bhakti Devi was distraught and began weeping for her lost son. Just then, a villager came and said he had seen Ghanshyam near an old well. Ram Pratap rushed to the place, but could see no one. He called out Ghanshyam's name. There was no answer. He called again. Then Ram Pratap heard a faint, muffled reply. The sound was coming from inside the well. Leaning over the edge of the well, Ram Pratap peered into the blackness. There, at the bottom, he could just make out the figure of Ghanshyam. "Little brother," he called down, "are you all right? What are you doing down there?" Ghanshyam was sulking and had tears in his innocent eyes. "You were going to beat me," he said, "so I ran away." Ram Pratap felt very guilty. "I promise I won't do that again," he said. "Please, come out of the well." And he stretched out his arms to his little brother. Ghanshyam looked up at his brother from the bottom of the well. Then, wiping his eyes on his sleeve, he stretched his arms upward. As he did so, his arms grew longer and longer, and finally his hands touched those of his brother. Ram Pratap grasped his wrists firmly and, using all his strength, pulled him out of the well. Safe at last, Ghanshyam hugged his brother, and the two boys went arm in arm back home.